not here to pat you on the back and tell you everything's gonna be all right. Life doesn't work that way. If you want to change, you've got to get real and get raw. The biggest thing that stops us from becoming who we're meant to be is our attachment to this fixed idea of ourselves. We're chained to this unchanging self-image, and it's time to break those chains. What I mean is, we're so caught up in who we think we are that we resist any form of change. We cling to our past, replaying the same damn loops over and over again. We're addicted to the chemicals our brain releases during those moments, and we keep reliving those past experiences. You're stuck in a cycle, trapped in a loop, and you're the one who's keeping yourself locked in that prison. You have to let yourself evolve. Embrace the new you, the changing you. Stop hating who you were or who you're becoming, because that's just mental conditioning. It's not easy, but I was like this for a long time. I thought I was self-aware, but I was just as stuck. It wasn't until recently that I started letting go and embracing change. You have to understand that change won't come unless you allow it. You have to break free from the mindset that you're somehow bound to your past. I was reading a book yesterday, and it talks about how we get addicted to our past selves, looping those same old thoughts and actions. You keep playing the same damn movie in your head, and your body thinks you're still living it. How can you change when you're stuck in the past? You can't. Period. You can't let yourself grow if you're constantly reliving the same scenarios. It's like trying to run a marathon but never leaving the starting line. You've got to stop being ashamed of your change. Embrace it. Own it. I used to think affirmations were a waste of time, but now I see them as a way to combat those negative loops in my head. You've got to replace those toxic thoughts with something positive. You can't just stop a bad habit, you have to replace it with a good one. It's like fighting a fire with fire. You've got vacancies in your soul, and you're filling them with the wrong stuff, reliving your past, being stuck in action. You think you're comfortable, but comfort is your enemy. Comfort makes you weak. You need to realize that the journey never ends. The moment you think you've arrived, you're already defeated. Don't get too comfortable with where you're at. You need to be comfortable with change itself. Life is about evolving, adapting, and pushing yourself beyond your limits. When you start embracing that, you'll see that you're capable of things you never imagined. I see greatness in people all the time, and it's about pushing yourself to let that greatness shine. You've got to put yourself out there. Just do it. Every second you spend doubting is a second wasted. You've got to let yourself go explore, grow, and change with your circumstances. It's too easy to stay stagnant. Life is short, and you've got a mission. Find your passion and pursue it relentlessly. Sure, we all have our day-to-day struggles, but those can't be your excuse. You have to let go of the parts of yourself that resist change. You're not running from your problems. You're running from yourself, from the parts of you that need healing. Look, I'm not here to sugarcoat it. Confront your issues, work through them, and don't be ashamed of it. Acknowledge the problem, and then obliterate it. You're not alone in this. If you want to change, if you want to become that person you've always dreamed of, you've got to get uncomfortable. You've got to embrace the grind, and you've got to keep pushing forward. Be the warrior of your own story. You've got this. Now, go out there and get it done. Stay hard. Stay strong. Embrace change and march forward.